What's happening? It's little Tommy coming at you with Homeskoolin number 86. Holy shit, 86 episodes. Man, we are approaching 100 episodes. We're up to 48,000 subscribers, man. It's like a dream, a very surreal dream. And thanks you guys for watching the show. You'll be hearing my kids screaming up there. You know, it's Saturday. That's what they do on Saturdays. Got my number one mom cup here. Little nice morning coffee. Oh man, I'm so excited about this Browns game tomorrow against your Kansas City Chiefs. Oh Lord, they're like a 9-point underdog. If they can pull this one off, it'll be a small miracle. Let us pray for Baker Mayfield. I want to give some happy birthdays to like my two best gambling buddies, Tony and John. Happy birthday, boys. We're going to get together tonight for a little celebration, watch the game at one of those proper Irish bars over on the east side. So looking forward to that, man. And yeah, we had a good week. The Lady A sessions went good. That was cool. It was great to, work with Dan Huff again. Man, it's been a while since we've got to do something. He's just the coolest guy, man. Always just been super cool to me and very sweet, very intelligent musical cat. Man, I love working with him, and it's been really fun. That was a great band, and thanks for all the comments about the little session update videos I put up. I get a lot of this, when I do those session updates, you get a few snarky comments from people that hate modern country music and all. I get all that, man. You guys don't have to keep hammering on that, man. I get it. One guy said, this is a really funny comment, actually. I love the way he worded this. He said, "Hey, Tom, do you have to enjoy the music you play on?" I'm a grown-ass man. Nobody can make me enjoy anything if I don't want to enjoy it. I do enjoy playing with great musicians and working in amazing studios, and it's awesome. It's like, he said, how do you come up with cool parts for a song you don't like? That's happened in the past, but man, I gotta be honest, man. When you're in there in the heat of battle and you're being creative and, you may be playing songs that you've played before with different titles and stuff like that, but there's always something new you can do, always something cool you could discover And it's very inspirational to play with guys that are really amazing players. You know, it's like, it never gets old, man. It's like flying an aircraft, like in the military. That's what it feels like when you're in the cockpit, when you're playing with amazing players like that. Everything you do matters, you know, and that's really all I ever wanted in life. When I was a kid, I never wanted to be a rock star. I just wanted to play with great musicians. I said that in my last video description. That's the truth, man. I mean, like, you know, it's like so inspiring to play with guys that good. It's a cool thing. I got the old Lazy J shirt on that my dear friend Jesse sent me all the way from England. These are great amps. I don't know if you guys ever tried them, but I used 2 of his Tweed Deluxes on the Joe Walsh tour and also on the Vince Gill tours. Great amps, and he's a great dude. Thanks for the cool t-shirt, Jesse. Thank you, man. I got a few things. I wanted to talk about a few things. One guy, there's some comments, right? One guy, remember I had that Rickenbacker in the session update video, and a lot of people were saying, what's with the black tape on the, you know, behind here and back here. One of my, you know, Uncle Larry's got many pet peeves, right, when it comes to guitars and other things, but one of the things I really hate is when you get sympathetic strings ringing when you're trying to play, especially when you're trying to do something real sharp, like when you're in the studio and you're trying to play something like, you don't want to be hearing a bunch of this shit ringing out. It drives me nuts, because I put tape on it a lot of times in the studio because I can't stand that. I've always thought that was just it makes it sound cooler when the guitar is just super compact. There's no weird, you know, behind the nut or behind the bridge shit ringing out. That's why I put the tape on there. And Rickenbackers and Gretches and all that are known for that. So I put double tape on those guys. But man, those Rickenbackers are cool because, you know, obviously they're not the greatest playing guitars in the world, those old ones. But man, they have a sound, especially when you cut that. There's a cap they put on the bridge pickup on those old ones that rolls bass off. When you cut that little cap off of there, let the pickup be its full thing, dude, that is a sound. Those guitars are amazing. A lot of people don't know that you got to cut the caps off of those old Rickenbackers because they sound so thin if you don't. But man, it's a cool little mod you can do to those things. I wanted to also talk about a guy that I recently discovered, another YouTube guy that I just think is awesome, totally awesome. It's Doug Rapport. You guys watch his videos? Man, I've been watching some of his shit. What a monster. Shredder plays like a man. I mean, he is just a bad boy, man. What a cool guitar player. Holy shit. I wish I could play like that. If you guys know him, say hi for him, for Uncle Larry, you know, to him, you know, give him a shout out. He's awesome, man. There's a bunch of things I've been meaning to get to. Okay, one comment was, a guy emailed me and said, do you anchor your picking hand? You know, that type of thing I don't really think about much, but let me just show you what I do. Here's how, like, so to say I'm picking. Yes, my fingers are resting on this pick guard, right? And I curl my little finger up out of habit because I played a Strat for so long. You know how that old thing where you constantly hit the volume control on a Strat with your little finger if you're not careful. So just naturally when I play, I curl my little finger up to get out of the way of that volume control. See that? That's how it looks. It's curled up like that. So that's what I do. I know there's no right way to play guitar, man. You know, everybody does it differently, man. That's what I do. I don't know if it's right or not. That's what I do. Hope that helps, the anchoring thing. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, one guy asked me why I never play maple board guitars, maple fretboards. I have, you know, I've had plenty of really cool maple board guitars over the years, you know. I had a 57 Esquire years ago that I sold to Dave Cobb. Man, that guitar was badass. It weighed 6 pounds exactly on a digital scale. It was about as heavy as a pack of smokes, man. That thing, and it just was so alive, and that, you know, that's probably the best maple board guitar I ever had. But just in general, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off here by saying this. I don't care. This is my show. I just like rosewood boards better. I think they sound better. Sorry, especially on a bass. You can really hear the difference. Like a rosewood board P bass just sounds infinitely cooler to my untrained ears than a maple board one. Same with the Strats and Tellys, man. I mean, I'm just a rosewood guy all the way. Ebony's cool with me too, although that can be bright on certain guitars. But let the comments come, boys. Kinda, you're gonna attack me for that one. Uncle Larry, he's an opinionated guy. He doesn't give a shit what people think. One last thing I want to get into. Well, actually, two last things. I got my notes here. I'm not really one for the visual aids, but I've got this speaker here just to show you, like, miking, right? People have asked me a lot about miking techniques, right? And I don't have a real microphone here, so I've got this tube to simulate a microphone. So when you got a 57, say this is our 57, right? The closer you are to the middle of a cone, the brighter the sound. The further you get out, the darker it gets. So if you're in the studio and you got that thing dead center on that center of the cone, it's going to be super bright, man. You get all that real airy high end that's like almost too much. So what I like to, back it off a little bit, put it about an inch or two inside. And sometimes I tilt the mic a little bit, the 57, to take a little bit of even more of the zizz off the top, right? One of the most common miking techniques in Nashville, at least, I like weird stuff, but a lot of the guys, the engineers use a 2-mic system with a 57 and a Royer 121 together, right? It's a good combo. It works great. Make sure you got it. Anytime you're using 2 mics, you got to make sure the capsules are the same distance from the cone. If you got one capsule here and then one back here, you got phasing nightmares. Just make sure whenever you're doing 2 mics, you got the same distance, because you're going to have all kind of phasing problems, man. Matt, there's a lot of great mics for guitars. There's no one way to do it. I like putting like a Coles 4038 on a guitar. I like putting a 67 on a small combo. There's just all kind of stuff. Those old Sony C37s are cool. SM7 could be cool. There's just, what song are we playing? What's the artist? What kind of music is it? It all depends on all that shit. Last thing, and I'm going to shut up for today. This just little jam I was doing is just some Joe Walsh inspired sort of string bending. Like I've been getting into this lately. This is like, I've always loved the way Walsh does this, and he's the king of it. But the double string bend, where you grab 2 strings with the same finger, bend one up, and then bend the B down, right? You got to get them close together. See how they're together? Walsh is great at this shit. He goes like. Takes a minute to get used to this technique. It's like you're basically you got 2 fingers really just sort of mashing together and barring these 2 high strings. And the more random noises you get, the better. And like some people have said, like when you're bending strings, how do you stop the other strings from ringing and stuff like that and making weird noises? I have no idea how to answer that question, because I've been playing for so long that 90% of what I do is totally subconscious. I don't know what I'm doing. I figured out ways to mute with both hands while I'm bending to get unwanted strings out, and I think that's all you can do, man. You just keep playing and playing, and eventually you learn how to phase out all the weird noises that you don't want to happen, right? That's it. It's Saturday. It's snowing outside. The kids were super excited about snowfall this morning in Nashville, and so was I. I love it. All right, guys. Go Browns. I'll see you soon.